Welcome to the Grow Your Law Firm podcast, brought to you by Pilma. This podcast helps lead lawyers to more growth, profit, and freedom. Here is your legal marketing expert and host, Ken Hardison.
Hello, everyone. This is Ken Hardison, and welcome to another episode of Grow Your Law Firm. And today we have the pleasure and honor of having Cassidy Lewis, marketing director for a prominent law firm up in Norfolk, Virginia. And she also runs Pilma's roundtables, marketing roundtables every month. So she always has a wealth of knowledge. Thank you for being here today, Cassidy.
Thank you for having me, Ken. You know I love talking shop with you.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about database marketing. Some people, when you say that, they really don't know what you're talking about. So can you tell us what you think about when you think about database marketing for a law firm?
Sure. So database marketing is the strategy behind bolstering and nurturing everybody you meet in some systematic way. If I had to try to give it like a Webster's dictionary term, it is bolstering that database and then nurturing those people in that database in a systematic way to ensure that it gets done.
Okay. So let's just get right into it. So give us, when you're doing this, tell me how do you start? I mean, somebody's saying, I don't even know where to start, Cassidy. Where would I start?
So the easiest place is to, if you're starting from ground zero, right? The easiest place is to start with people that you know, right? Let's say you started your law firm today. You have some case management system. You need to add people into your case management system. And the easiest thing is to start with people you know. Start with attorneys you know, start with family members, but also don't forget people that you work with on a regular basis. Is it your plumber? Is it your mechanic? Is it, your housekeeper? Whoever it is, the people that you know, adding those people. Depending on the case management software that you have, I highly encourage, if you have the opportunity, to break people down in roles as early as you can, right? So if you want to add everybody from law school that you know, to be able to either have a role that's, hey, these are my attorney friends, or these are my, class of 2023 law school friends, whatever that looks like, that says, if I want to, I can talk directly to the people in that audience. I think it's very, very important. For law firms that may be older and already have those people in that database, you may segment by former clients, intakes that called, but you rejected them, business contacts, really good referral sources. We've started to do a lot of niche marketing NPI. So we're starting to say, okay, these are all the railroad contacts, right? So when I write railroad content, these people just get those mailings and those emails. These are just motorcycle. And we had to be careful with that one, because for a lot of people that are bikers, they may not bike again, depending on how bad their injury is. But just breaking it down and figuring out, I want to talk, directly to this audience. So I need to put all these people in a group. But yeah, that's how I would start out.
Now, okay, so you say in a case management system. When I had my firm, I had a case management system, but I got fancy and I went out and got this CRM software, which is like, there's different ones. You got Active Campaign, you got, there's a lot of them. There's one that's changed its name. I can't remember.
Constant Contact, HubSpot.
Yeah.
MailChimp has some additional features. They're really email, but they have some additional features. Yep.
So, I mean, you could do it like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Some of the newer case management software systems recognize the need for the CRM side.
Right.
And so they have some of those features and some of that functionality. But we use our niche marketing. We start to put in Constant Contact. Really? Because our case management system just doesn't do all of what we want it to do. So 100%.
Yeah. And so are you able to niche it like an Active Campaign? You can you could tag them and like put them in, like you said, the ones for the railroads and ones for past clients or one for doctors and, other lawyers.
Yep. Spouses. We added one about 2 years ago, community partners. This is the first year that we segmented them, and then we sent them an email. We sent them a letter at the end of the year that said, hey, we donated, over $120,000 to Hampton Roads last year. Thank you for making that happen. We donated X amount to your organization, just as, hey, we support you guys. We hope that you support us too.
So, I wrote a book many years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, called Under Promise Over Deliver, and talked about the 3 phases of marketing: before representation, during representation, and after representation. So what you're really talking about, and this is where most lawyers don't do it, and of course you do because you're smart, and your boss is lucky to have you. But, you're doing this database is really after representation or after you meet these people, however you want to say it. For a lot of your clients anyway, it's after representation, which a lot of lawyers just really fall off the wagon, I think.
It's the before and the after, I think. And before I feel like not just law firms, but businesses, they don't focus on bolstering, like really saying, I got 1,000 people in my database. My goal for next year is to have 1,400, new intakes, community, whatever that looks like, to say, I want to set a goal. Because, and this, Ken, a referral is the cheapest case you can get every day, no matter what business no matter what, it is the cheapest and best case you can get. And when we made some just serious strides on it, a year and a half after, I think we started making some big strides on it. First, we had that first year, we had a 33% increase in database intakes. And then last year, we had a 25% increase. So, these are the best cases you can get for the cheapest amount. There just has to be some intentionality behind it. And like you said, that after part, yes, I close the case and I still need to stay top of mind, but also that before, making sure that everybody I know is in my database.
So that's the key. What you said was stay top of mind. And see, what I found is, and I used to tell this story. I don't know that I want to tell it now, but lawyers think that everybody remembers them, and they don't. They don't. They might remember what you look like, but they don't, even if you got them $100,000.
Right.
So, and plus, they might remember where your office is, but not remember your name. If somebody's got in a wreck and they're talking to them, and they say, "Oh, you don't use my lawyer, he's over there on 4th and 5th. I can't remember where he was, but he moved. I don't know where he moved."
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So, staying on the top of their mind, awareness is what you said is so important. So, tell me what you do once you gather this list, and you keep adding to it, which is smart, because I call the list the database. It's like one of the most valuable pieces of assets you have in your law firm, believe it or not. Most 100%. Absolutely. So tell me the things that you do, like, do you shoot out monthly? I'm sure I know you got a calendar. You've got something you're doing every month.
Yes, we have a few calendars. So we are 100% believers in the omni-channel market. So we want not just people, but our clients, or the people that we know, to see us everywhere. And so we call our database friend of the firm. So these are friends of our firm. So we have a mailing plan. Mailing is not the cheapest form of marketing, but right now, I'm so scared if this is true. We didn't send out a letter or anything physical to touch for about maybe 60 days. And we had a drop in our friend of the firm referrals. I cannot confirm that it's because of that, but nothing else changed. So that's what I'm dealing with this January. So we do about 9 mailings a year. And if you get into like the psychology of marketing, one thing that's coming up big is just experience marketing, right? So things that people can touch, people can be a part of, they can smell it, they can taste it, whatever it is. And those mailings fit into that. People are like, oh, mailings are dead. I'm a mom that's addicted to Amazon. Mailings are not dead. I love it. So we do mailings, and we do a mix of them. We'll do a mini zine, we'll do a newsletter, we'll do a flat, we'll do a regular letter. We do email marketing no more than twice a month. We just try not to hit them too hard. And sometimes that's the newsletter, sometimes it's something else. We also do social media. So I think Facebook took it away now, but you used to be able to upload your database, and Facebook would create what's called a lookalike audience and would show your page to people in that audience and people that looked like them. So we uploaded that, but being present wherever they are is really, really important. We do text messages, no more than once a quarter. I keep some of that stuff that people don't necessarily like kind of limited. But we do text messages, and then we do our monthly raffles, which the people in our database love. And we do a fair amount of community service that we feel like our friends of the firm or our database is attracted to. You get what I mean? So our community service, our community donations apply to the people within our database. And that's another way to keep them intrigued.
So like if you were going doing some kind of festival, or you'll have a tent out somewhere or doing something.
We do.
You punch out something, letting everybody know you're going to be there and come see us and things like that.
Yep. So, or we'll have our own event. We have a, like for Juneteenth this year, there's a Black-owned supermarket in the area. And so we're going to give away $1,000 in gift cards to the supermarket, which supports the supermarket. We'll have a DJ out there, tents, food, the whole nine. And we'll make sure to invite everybody that we know to come out. Absolutely. If it's just a donation, we do, we blast that everywhere. We go live, we send out the email, we put it in the newsletter, all the bells and whistles that we can think of so our database can make sure that we support the organizations that they support.
So just so our listeners and viewers will know, now y'all do TV too, right?
We do.
See, so you do a lot of TV. Do you do billboards?
Some, a little bit.
Okay. But so you're doing the big spend on the marketing, but you still know, like you said, that the best cases and the cheapest cases come from referrals, and you get referrals by being in front of them, top of mind awareness. When I had my law firm, I was spending, this is in the late 90s and 2000, between 2000 and 2010, I was spending $2 million a year on TV, radio, but I was still doing like 28 other things to stay in front of them, like newsletters, birthday cards, Valentine cards. I'd send a Thanksgiving card, not Christmas, because everybody gets Christmas. So I put my little calendar magnet in there, and they'd get that. And back then everybody didn't have emails and all that stuff. I was back in the Stone Ages, but I think what you're doing with text, you're not overkilling it, but people, 90% of people go open the text, whereas only like 30% are going to open the emails.
Right, exactly.
So you but they'll also, if you bother them too much, they'll kick you off. Right. Unsubscribe. So, do you do anything special to be able to text them, or do you do? Because I'm not sure on the laws on all that right now.
So we work with a company. We work with Blue Orchid Marketing, and I want to make sure that we're okay from Virginia State Bar piece, but they make sure from the other end, because you can only send out a certain amount. You can only send it within certain times. They have those sort of technical pieces that they handle. And it's not too expensive. Text messaging, I'm always mindful of. There's a lot of services that you can just kind of go through online, and I'm not mad at it, but our database is 15,000 there. And then we add, it's probably like 24,000. So, I mean, we got to be careful. I like Blue Orchid because they offer that concierge level of service. I could double check with my account manager to make sure everything is right for, 24,000 people.
That is a lot. So that, I know what lawyers are saying, that's just too expensive. It's at least 24,000 a mailing. But I bet you do it. You might not. Do you use bulk rate mailing on some of this stuff?
Some of it,
Like the
So
newsletter?
we do some every door direct mailers. So there is a city in our area where there is no real PI lawyer, no big player. And so when you asked about billboards, we have billboards in that one city. And I look at zip codes that we've gotten clients from, and we'll create an every door direct mailer, and it'll be something like, 200 of your Chesapeake neighbors trusted us last year to help them with their case. If you ever need us, we're here. And so, yeah, we'll do some of those also. But all of our 90% of our mailings go to people in our database.
So you're definitely on top of their mind. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And what are some of the other things? So you send out your newsletters. Do you send out some postcards? You said some letters. Do you send out anything like greeting cards or birthday cards?
So for birthdays, that's one of the ways that we use text. We create a video once a year, and it looks very personalized. And that text message goes out to that person on the day of their birthday. We have people call all the time. They think that we made that video just for them. Like my mom thought that I had Jim put on a birthday hat for her. And I was like, yeah, Mom, we did that.
So it's like a little video saying, hey, this is Ken Hardison. I know
Yep.
this is a special very day for you. And I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday and hope you have many more, stuff like that.
Yep. And it's like everybody in the office. It's the partners, I like even our more serious partners. I get them to like eat a cupcake or throw some confetti. They just looking at me like, Cass, what you got me doing? But people love it. People love it. Like I said, it's one of our more watched videos. We get replies, emails. Thank you so much for the video.
I like that.
Mhm.
And texts are so much cheaper too.
They are. And it's just everybody sends a birthday card or a birthday email. It's a few days late. You can never plan on it with the mail, but it goes out the morning of their birthday.
So, and does Blue Orchid do that, or you have your
Yes.
database?
Yes. And if they do not have a cell phone on file, then they do get a physical card.
Got you.
Mhm.
So tell me some more things about what you're doing with the database marketing.
So one thing that I often see when I talk to my marketing friends is that they can miss opportunities to stay top of mind. So one big thing is are the thank yous. And I know that you're a big proponent of this, but having some sort of system in place where everybody that refers you a case, an intake, not even a case, an intake, gets something. So we just implemented this year that everybody that refers us an intake gets a phone call from my director of client services. In years past, and we still have it going, but they also get a letter from us and a little bundt cake. So we partner with a local bakery. She's outstanding. She delivers them in like 40 or 50 at a time for us, packages them in yellow and black, which are our colors, her card, our card, and says thank you for that. Again, something else that people love, but we just look for opportunities to connect with them and to make it as personalized as possible. I don't think I may have talked about this last time, but a year after the case settles, we send them a settleversary gift. So I found out when I was doing client testimonials, people make a big deal out of the day that they got into the accident. They'll get it tattooed on them. It's that day that they narrowly escaped death. So we created settleversary gifts, and it's just something that creates a new event for them. Like, hey, it was a year ago that we got your case settled. Thank you for trusting us. We hope everything is going well. If you ever need us, call us. So just looking for those opportunities. Something else that we do is that niche marketing. I rarely see people that have an email drip for attorneys or a physical mail for attorneys, and we do both. So they don't get our regular mailings. The stuff that they get is more specific. It's talk way more about cases, talk way more about partners, and things like that the attorneys care about the most. But we send them 4 pieces of physical mail, and I believe it's about 7 emails a year, just to stay top of mind on them too. Hey, Send us your referrals. Hey, we take these cases. Hey, we gave out 1.6 million in attorney referral fees last year. Do you want some of this? Like just to be in their face as much as possible too. So like I said, those opportunities where it's personal, it feels personalized, but it's really systemized. And then looking out for those niches in your area that you can connect with.
So I was telling you, but I still spend a lot of time on that. I still got like 42% of my cases came from referrals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you say, well, that's not a big deal, but it is when you're spending $2 million on TV and.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Those are the best cases, the best, cheapest, the best. They cause the least amount of fuss, leave the best reviews, all of it, hands down.
Absolutely. So, like these mailings, they cost money, but I think you can start it out. The main thing is getting the names.
Right.
That's the first thing, and getting a systematic way, and then getting the emails.
Right.
Their cell phone numbers.
Right.
When you do the signups or when you get any kind of information from anybody, even the ones you turn down, even the ones, your friends and family, whatever. And of course, you want to get their birthday, right? Because you want to you want to send them that text. So you want to get that data, the right data, and put it in there. And then I think you can start out slow and just do the emails, and then maybe do a mailing every other month. I mean, at one time I was doing a newsletter every month, and then the list got too big and I dropped down to 6 times a year, every other month. Because, and I know some lawyers do 4 times a year. And I think that's fine to do 4 times a year, as long as you're doing something else those other 8 months. I just think you need to be touching them at least once a month.
Right. Yeah. We're hitting that right now. So last year, our database grew by 9,000. So we do raffles. We do some big community pieces where we collect all of their data. And we ran the numbers, and they've gotten emails all year, but now it's time to add them to our database so they can get mail too. Me and my boss have to have a hard talk on Friday because we got that information so we could send them mail, but 9,000, an additional 9,000, what does that look like for us when we're already spending, near 200,000 on physical mail?
Do you, so these raffles, how do you do that? Do you do that on Facebook, or how do you do your raffles? Or you do them?
So we have a system in place. We do about one a month. And it goes into our mail. So the friends in our database, they love it. Goes out through email, but a fair amount we get from social media. That's where we get the most of our unique entrants that, that don't know us. And we will base the raffle around, like right now, it's the jewelry raffle because Valentine's Day is coming up. I think next is the gas card raffle. We have 2 main ones, Vote for a Cause and Vote for a School. And so Vote for a Cause is where you can nominate your favorite organization and have everyone vote for them. And then first place gets 10,000, second place gets 5, and third place gets 3,000. Same thing for Vote for a School. We have so many moms that are our clients, right? If you look at like our numbers, our demographics, so many moms. So we created Vote for a School after Vote for a Cause did so well. And each year they outpace each other for which has the most. 1 year, we got 4,000 entrants in one. The next one, Vote for School, will have 4,500. So they keep outpacing each other. Great news coverage, by the way. Great PR. If you want some PR, please go down the community route. But yeah, and we always send that traffic to our website. You can have a raffle and you can do through like some third party, and it may make it easier, but get those people to your website, get that traffic for you, right? But also people go all around your website. Every Vote for a Cause and Vote for a School, I think Vote for a Cause was our best. The time that Vote for a Cause was running was our best month of the year last year.
Traffic.
Well, just no, for cases too.
Really?
Yeah, definitely for traffic. Vote for a Cause and Vote for a School, they'll beat the homepage for the full year. Those pages alone will beat the homepage for the full year. It gets that much traffic. But it was our best month for cases. And it's just you have an additional 4,000 people on your website. Just, you know what I mean? Looking through who are these lawyers. And either, I actually was in an accident, or I know somebody that was in an accident. Let me refer these lawyers out, because they meet you in such a good light. They meet you giving money back to their organization. So those two programs are really, really good.
Cool deal. Man, this is good stuff. I appreciate it.
Good.
Anything else you can add or a question I should ask? Because sometimes I forget.
Just make sure that you have your attorneys and your staff members adding their family and friends and their loved ones. Again, if you sit down and are intentional about your database marketing, both bolstering and nurturing it, you will come out with a plan that grows it and keeps you top of mind. I think people just expect it to kind of just happen. They know me as the attorney, so they'll refer me, or I don't have to put these people in here. But to be intentional about it makes a world of difference. So if I had like some last words, it is to be intentional and systematic about your database marketing.
Well, those are wise words. Well, listen, thank you so much. And thank you for doing our roundtables every month for our PILMA membership.
You are so welcome. I love it. Happy to do it.
All right. Well, good deal. Well, I'll if I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you in May at the
of course.
PILMA Super Summits, May 16th to the 18th. You don't want to miss it. We're planning on selling out this year. We're like double where we were last year as far as signups. Something's going on. We must be doing some good marketing, because it's
absolutely
evidently. I don't know. So anyway, but thank you again, and until next time, this is Ken Hardison.
You have been listening to the Grow Your Law Firm podcast, the podcast that leads lawyers to more growth, profit, and freedom. Go to growyourlawfirm.com to find more ways to market and manage your law firm. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen to your podcasts.